Right then, a Dewalt today with a bad bit holder, chuck, whatever you want to call it at the front. So you can see there it doesn't hold in. It's supposed to stay in place and not fall out. So if you want to do this, this is just a little bit of a how-to guide. You've probably seen these sorts of things before, really simple ones. So all you're going to need to do on the front here, and I did one previously actually, but on the front here there's just a little retaining clip on the front. I fashioned a little tool to help me get that out. I had to grind it down a bit so it's small enough. But that was much simpler. So you can, if you don't have something like that, you can use a couple of screwdrivers. You probably cut your hand open, that sort of stuff. But it's one way to do it. So there was a washer in there, there was a spring in there, and then there's the holder. Now this is the reason it's actually happening. There's a little ball bearing, if you can see that there. And it's supposed to sit on another spring, which has a little bit of the spring, if you like, going through that hole where the bearing sat. What's happened here is that snapped. So that's supposed to go in like that. That ball bearing's supposed to sit in the gap on whatever you put in it, and up against the side of the bit holder itself. It's going to keep it firm and in place. Now that unfortunately hasn't happened because this has snapped. So really simple to do this. All you need is a new one of these springs, basically. So grab one of those. Here it is, and you can probably see there at the top, hopefully, a little bit of like a pig's tail type thing on the top of it. That's what's missing. That's what's snapped off. And that's where that ball bearing sits. So all you need to do with this is get it back on and make sure that little, I'll call it a pig's tail, I'm sure someone's got a better name for it. That little bit just needs to fit in that little hole on the side. So a little bit fiddly. You can get it in, get it over, use a little screwdriver or something to push it into that hole. Fiddliest bit really. There we go. So that's in there. And you can see hopefully it springs up and down just in that hole. So when you get the ball bearing in there, you can do it with your finger, you can do that with a little magnet, however you want to get that in. Easy. So then you pop the housing back over, pop the washer on top of the spring. And there we go. And then we'll get the retaining clip back on top of everything. I haven't managed to work out a quick and easy way to do this, so I'm still using a screwdriver for reinstallation, but it's much simpler to get off. So all you need to do is get that back around the lip, and it'll sit flush and hold it in place. So this doesn't quite work as well on the way back in, but there we go. So all you need to do really is push it down, grab one end, force it over, and then sort of go around in a circle. Or just like this. Seems to work perfectly fine. There we go. So that now looks better. And then we'll give it a try. And that's holding again. So that's sorted now. There we go.